what's the point of studying history if you think yourself back into a world that was fundamentally different from the world in which we live?
Every year, Double Discovery Center works with over 1,000 New York City middle school and high school students. Low income, first-generation college kids. Most live in the borough of Manhattan. Most live around Columbia University.
Usually in high school, like, we don't get to read the text that the philosophers wrote. We just get to learn about the philosophers.
I feel like I am a college student being here. We study at a college level, philosophy and American studies.
One of the things that DDC has patented is our residential summer program. The idea that we take kids and not put them in classes and then send them home, but that we immerse them in a college environment. They live in the dormitories, they eat college food, they work with undergraduate and graduate student teaching assistants, and in the case of Teagle, the thing that has made it really, really different is that they work with Columbia professors.
The Teagle Foundation is interested in fostering partnerships between New York colleges and universities and community organizations with an eye to giving high school students in particular the opportunity to take courses that compare to the most rigorous courses they would take in college.
The Columbia Core is not about enshrining antiquities as the furniture of the cultivated mind. It's about giving young people the opportunity to engage with fundamental, enduring questions through texts that have performed that service generation after generation.
Columbia College is committed to putting those debates, putting those texts, putting those questions in front of undergraduates their first year of college, committed to organizing their education around the debate of those questions. Because Columbia has that commitment, we are perfectly poised, perfectly set up to take that model and adjust it to introduce it to these students earlier on in their career and as a way to open up a whole world, a whole vista, a whole panorama of the possibilities in front of them.
We're reading Abraham Lincoln's work, and we're reading Plato's The Trial and Death of Socrates.
We get really in depth about texts, about literature, ancient literature, and philosophers, and we managed to have great class discussions about them.
And it's kind of funny how a lot of the things that they wrote back then still apply to today.
These DDC kids are very tough. They want to know why this material should matter to them. They want to know if there's anything behind the pronouncements that are coming out of my mouth. And they ask very direct and very challenging questions. They're every bit as bright as many of the students I encounter at Columbia, and they want to know what college is all about.
So when I meet with parents, I tell them that our value to your children is that we are going to make academics and high school work #1 in their lives. We will ensure that they graduate from high school, that they enroll in a college of their choice, preferably a really good college, preferably one that gives them a strong financial aid package, and that we are going to help them persist, which is the word in the language now, persistence in education. So I tell the students, the fact that you've graduated, don't be happy. You can't stop there. You have to be accepted, you have to then go to college, and you have to persist.
This program really expresses a fundamental value of Columbia, a value that's held very deep in the Columbia community, which is a value of serving its local community. And this program expresses that. This program is a way for us to bring the intellectual richness of Columbia into direct contact with the potential, the human potential that there is in the students in this community.
Teaching and disseminating what we've learned and the wisdom that we've been able to distill from the great books of the past is absolutely central to what humanistic enterprise is all about. Makes us feel like at the end of the day has been well spent.
The teaching that I have done in this Teagle program of DDC students has been the most satisfying teaching that I have ever done. And part of the reason that makes it satisfying is because you see the impact it's having on the students. You look around the room and you see light bulbs going off in people's heads. You see eyes getting bright. You see people understanding things and being fascinated by things, having their worlds opened up.
Now I'm excited, now that I'm entering my senior year, to actually be able to relate back to this summer and what I've learned.
I'm more focused, I feel, and I have I feel motivated when I come here.
It's an opportunity that not every every high school student would get to have. The fact that I get to have this opportunity to be taught by a college professor and one who teaches at Columbia is just a blessing in itself.